Welcome back to this learning series. I'm Lynette Alexander, an educator, playwright, writer, poet, and overall bibliophile. I retired from teaching a few years ago, but with all the problems with literacy in our city, I decided to do something about it. Like and subscribe so you can get up to date lessons and read alouds to help you improve and enjoy English language arts. Maybe you'll end up enjoying it as much as I do. It's literally all about literacy. So let's get started. Today, I want to get started with the parts of speech. And because they can be a little bit confusing, I'm going to take them one by one. So today's session is on nouns. All right. So we do want to recognize that there are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, interjection, conjunction. And so we'll go one by one so you can get some practice being able to identify each one of these. But again, today we're going to start with nouns. A noun is a word used to name a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. And I really like to think about it in terms of what we've been taught about our senses, our 5 senses: hear, taste, see, touch, and smell. If you can interact with something in that way, then that is more than likely a noun. So person, place, thing, or idea. Person, let's say Cardi B, NBA young boy. I'm trying to get some people that might be like, oh yeah. Mom, dad, friend are all persons. So those are all nouns. Places, a place, a store, a city like Milwaukee, home, sky, place are nouns. Thing, toy, money, movie, statue. Ideas are also nouns: love, hope, courage, fear. And there's a specific type of noun that we call those things that kind of seem like you can't touch it, you can't measure it, but it does exist. And we'll get into that a little bit later. So the nouns also come in different types. One of the types of nouns is a compound noun, where there's 2 or more words used together as a single noun. So just because it makes up 2 words, it doesn't mean it's 2 separate nouns. It's one thing. And you know this when you think about it, like seafood, you're not counting sea as a noun and food as a noun. We know that seafood together is a noun. Filmmaker, footsteps, grasshopper, daydream, these are compound words and they are nouns. Separate words: city of Milwaukee, House of Representatives, and one of my favorite books that I used to like to teach is The Call of the Wild. So a title of a book, you don't have to go through and separate it out. The title exists as one thing, the book exists as one thing, even though they're separate words. It's a noun. And then hyphenated words: self-esteem, great grandparents, sister-in-law, 14-year-old. Those are all hyphenated, but they're still also compound nouns. A collective noun is a word that names a group. So when a group of, let's say, people, and then I'll give an example about animals as well, come together, they might have different names. If you're putting on a performance, all the people together is the audience: family, flock, herd, jury, a committee. All those people together come under one noun. That is a collective noun. So, fun fact: when grouping animals, also their collective nouns vary based on the type of animal. Crows would be a murder of crows, monkeys would be a troop of monkeys, and actually also a barrel of monkeys. And owls, as a collective noun, a bunch of owls together is called the parliament of owls. So we have compound noun, we have collective noun, and we also have common and proper. A common noun names any one of a group of persons, places, or things. Common nouns are not specific. They are written with lowercase letters unless they start the sentence. And then a proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing. Remember the example of Cardi B, NBA Young Boy. Those are specific um, names, so those are proper nouns. If I just said rapper or performer, then that would be considered common noun because it could apply to anyone. Common noun can apply to anyone. Proper noun, specific person, place, or thing. And in regards to proper nouns, you usually can spot these because the first letter of the word is capitalized. Let's look at some more of these and kind of like as a comparison. Common noun, a car. It could be any car. Proper noun is a Bugatti. Shoe is any shoe. Proper noun would be the Reebok Angel Reese ones. Common noun, brand. Proper noun, unfinished legacy. Common noun, street. Proper noun, King Drive. Common noun, newspaper. Proper noun, the specific newspaper is Milwaukee Times. A concrete noun names a person, place, or thing that can be experienced using one or more senses. So remember, hear, see, taste, smell, touch. If you can do that, then those are generally concrete nouns. An abstract noun, like those ones I gave you earlier, are the ideas. They exist, but they you can't like put them in your hand. You can't use your five senses to determine their existence. So, but they are things. An abstract noun names an idea, a feeling, a quality, or a characteristic. So, a list of abstract nouns: knowledge, love, humor, beliefs, zen, aura, riz. Um, those are all abstract. All right, so I'm going to give you a moment to identify the nouns in the following sentences. Classify each noun as common or proper. I don't know if you want to pause the screen so that you can look at it, but I'll read it. And then maybe you should pause and then I'll come back and we'll go over the answers. Each day, huge crowds of people visit the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The monument was designed by Henry Bacon and was dedicated on Memorial Day. The Lincoln Memorial consists of a large marble hall that encloses a gigantic lifelike statue of Abraham Lincoln. Ready? The red ones are common nouns, and the green ones are proper nouns. And as you can see, all the red ones have lowercase letters, all the green ones have uppercase. All right, time to practice. Apply this to real life. You want to, one, find something enjoyable to read for at least 20 minutes every day. While you're reading, practice identifying nouns as you read. Write a summary on what you learned about nouns in this lesson. Also, comment below if writing summaries are something that you want me kind of jump ahead and do, or if that's something that you kind of struggle with. And then I will share that lesson probably sooner than later. And always go and be great. All right. Thank you. See you next time.